Hi, shalom everyone, another exclusive, another tour here in Israel, in the area of Mem Shalosh, here in the city of Bet Shemesh, Ramat Bet Shemesh Aleph to be precise. Let's explore a bit with regards to here. It's a newish area from the last few years, and it's a beautiful area itself. Let's check this out, friends, over here. Now, first of all, we've got a main shopping area over here, where they've got supermarket, they've got pizza restaurant, they've got a burgers bar restaurant also, over here. Now, this is not a regular place over here. There is so much history, as I'm going to show you in a second. So you've got a restaurant, I think a new bakery opening up. They've had several shops exchange hands. Now over here, right opposite, is a Talmud Torah called Torah Shalom. You go straight down there, all the way down, there's a new mall called the Shtera Mall, where we will explore at one stage in time. Now look at the view. There's a famous Yarkon Park, or Yarmut Park to be precise. Over here, there's a lot of archaeology in this park, friends, and if you've noticed a lot of my videos, we've recorded Dafyomi videos around here and other videos. It's a huge strip of a park. It's called the Yarmut Park, and it goes all the way down to the Omega Park, another good 1.5 kilometers. There's different mikvaot and archaeologies over in this area from periods of hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So and if you go all the way up there, you see the mountains up there, those buildings there is part of an area of Ramat Bet Shemesh Gimel. This is. Okay, now we're not going to go to the other area, but if you go all the way up here, friends, that is Nachal Luz. This is another popular street which will eventually end up in Nachal Rafaim. Let's check this out, friends. Over here. All the way up there. You can see some of the early morning traffic. And down there leads eventually, if you go down there, all the way down the Yarkon Park, Yarmut Park to be precise. Look at that, friends. Look at that, friends, over here. Fantastic on a fantastic Sunday morning after Shabbat. Okay, so let's go around and explore some of the sights in the street. A lot of the roads over here are named after rabbis, by the way. So you can see you've got another view of the burgers bar. Look at the beautiful park over here. Now, people have been watching these videos and have told me that they've made aliyah. Part of it has been because of the resource that these videos have given. Now, I hope the internet connection is not going to go. I don't know if the connection is the best in the world, but it's a huge park now, as you can see. I think to do a tour of this park itself would take like 45 minutes because it goes all the way down and you can rent cars over here. Now, we've got different roads here, friends, over here. These are more luxurious, newish, let's just say, streets. Helkat Joshua Street over here, if you go inside there. You can see very, very nicely decorated the buildings are here. As we are touring all over Israel, friends, we've probably done close to 200 tours already in this series. And nothing like exploring biblical Israel. Got some fantastic content coming out this week. Now look again, nice stroll in the morning, the mountains of Israel, the archaeology of Israel. Okay, it's another like more private street we've got here. It's in the Mem Shalosh area. There's another entrance to the park. You can see the palm trees. It's a spectacular park, friends. It really is. You can rent cars, like not one let's say powered by electricity, just like a special long car where you actually manually can move it and go around the strip where the pavement is over here and go around the whole park. It's a huge park over here, friends. Okay, got more roads. Another private road here, friends, on the left. Really part, I think, of the other road. Every street in Israel, you've got content. There's no shortage of content. I think that's a part of the same road. Okay, now what's interesting here, friends? We've got a street called Gaon Vilna. The genius from Vilna. That's on my left here. Then if you go up, there's a stairs there. We're gonna peep in here in a minute. because there is some content inside there. So we will come back hopefully on the way back over here. Let's continue going. It's going to see the palm trees of Israel. Just hope the connection won't go, that's all. There's a lot of gardens behind a lot of these buildings and parks. There was a couple of synagogues, I think, inside this car park till quite recently, because when the communities are moving to different areas, you need places to go. Now we've got schools over here, friends, as you can see. I think where the Israeli flag is over here. I think actually we've got two schools over here. I don't know if they're kindergartens or not, but it's right on the left over here, as you can see. So very, very interesting. And you've got a beautiful park over here also, friends. Here we've got another entrance to the park. You can see the palm trees over here. So over here, friends, we have got a lot of archaeology. We're not going to go inside the park now. Maybe we'll do a separate tour. As you can see, there's a mound over there. Let's see if I can get a tidbit over here. This is archaeology, I think, from hundreds of years ago. I don't know if it was a wine press or an olive press or a mikveh. But over here, this is a part, the park, one of my favourite parts of the park. Over here, it's just over there. And there's like written describing on it the information. It's in that entrance. It goes on, this park does a lot. Here, building some nice fancy buildings here. I think they've got a few schools over here. I don't know if it's very Anglo orientated. I think there's a Talmud Torah here called Shiru LaMelech over here. It's in the city. So it goes on, and it goes to highway where eventually you can go to Neve Shamir or other areas like Mishkafayim. But let's continue going. We're touring Mem Shalosh neighborhood here in Bet Shemesh, friends. Now you've got a gorgeous gardens here and parks. Let's go through. Let's see if we can get to the Vilna Gaon street over here, friends. As you can see, it's got like a very, very nice garden. Got the parks of Israel, especially on Shabbat to walk around here is beautiful. Okay, friends, we are going to go now inside the Vilna Gaon street, the genius of Vilna street. As I said before, a lot of these streets are named after rabbis over here, so it's very interesting. Okay, so Mazal Tov. Okay, so let's tour around a bit more. Okay, you can see these stairways also have beautiful entrances to it. So this is a very, very Anglo area, so if anyone is looking to make Aliyah, to move to Bet Shemesh, this could be the area for you. Okay, we have content here. We've got a lot of synagogues here, Anglo-style synagogues also, which will be definitely of resource to many of you. They've got stunning apartment buildings here. That's the first thing I'll state over. Now you've got a Sephardi synagogue that was in a caravan, and that is, I think they just moved quite recently. Once again, these stairs over here go towards Duna area. It's another project where hopefully we will, let's say, tour around. Now you've got a new Moroccan style synagogue over here. They've just moved in here quite recently. It's called Mishkan Mordechai. This has a lot of Anglo people from Chutz, from France, from America, from Canada. They'll actually pray here. This is a road itself. They're building some nice apartments. This is a genius of Vilna Gaon Vilna street over here, friends. Now if you go up here, you've got more areas here, more synagogues. So there's no shortage over here of places. Okay, so this is a new synagogue over here, and let's continue going. On our left, they've got their caravan. Now they've got a new synagogue over here, another American one. You can see people are still, the signs up for Sukkot are still around over here. As we're exploring Bet Shemesh, an area called Mem Shalosh over here. Now again, you've got stairways over here, like fancy ones, with nice flowerings and so on and so forth. They go also to the other area of Yarkon and the Duna project. Now you've got a new synagogue here, There's two synagogues in one huge building. They're separated by a wall. I think the one on the left is a Sephardi one. The other one's an American Anglo-style Ashkenazic one. So they actually give a beautiful entrance at the front. It says Bruchim Ha'Ba'im B'Shem Hashem Beit Knesset Beit Midrash. This is Magen Avraham. And on the left, they've got another sign. You can see some beautiful trees here in Israel. Nothing beats the nature of Eretz Israel, friends, over here. Some very fancy places here. Friends, we are touring all over this fantastic country of Israel over here. Nothing like it. Get to see the actual street scenes itself. We're coming actually into Parshat Lech Lecha this Shabbat, which is all about a parsha about Eretz Israel, about the land of Israel, about moving to Israel. And it was a mitzvah that Hashem actually commands to Abraham to walk this land of Israel. Take this land of Israel. That's a concept. So you can see over here, it's beautifully decorated. And over here, once again, if you wanted to go to the Yarmut Street area, on my right, we're going to have more steps going up towards it. Nice Israeli flag here, friends. Yeah, so you've got all these stairs. Once again, you go back to the Yarmut Street over here. A lot of these stairs are decorated. And this was a Vilna Gaon Street. You can see all the archaeology of the mountains. Maybe we'll do at one stage a separate video exploring this entire park. It will definitely take time. But yeah, I think this was a synopsis of the area of Mem Shalosh, friends. You can see the Hagaon Vilna Street. The genius of Vilna, his street, over here. What a beautiful park. Nothing beats beautiful Israel over there. It's always an honor, Baruch Hashem, to be in a position to explore, to walk, have an audience, to show this beautiful country. It's always a pleasure. And it's early morning. At the moment, the clocks just changed at the time of recording last night. Look at the very luxurious apartments here. And once again, just a beautiful area over here. In Bet Shemesh, in Mem Shalosh, we are in just another tour here in Israel. Once again, another stairwell leading to Yarmut. So you've got tons of areas where you've got steps going towards the city. Once again, another view of the park and the hills. Remember, down there, we're not going to go to the school area itself, where there's a school and more new buildings. But anyone watching, hope this was a helpful resource. Anyone looking to make Aliyah, please let me know. We've got a lot of Israeli flags for the army also. I think the connection's going to go in a second. I think it's a good way to finish. We're going back towards the main shopping area. I think it's a good time to wish you all a fantastic day. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy.